Hello and welcome to WCTV's Wildlife Encounters. This program is brought to you in partnership with the Granite State Zoo in New Hampshire. I'm your host, Naomi Stock. We have a very special guest for you today, Caroline, who is a wildlife educator from the Granite State Zoo, along with a few other folks. Caroline, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too.
So you have some wildlife encounters for us today?
We do. We have 4 animals today, and the first of which is native to New Guinea.
Okay.
And I say native to, and you're going to hear me say that, because none of these animals were taken out of the wild.
All right.
They're all born in captivity.
Okay.
And then they ended up with us as a rescue, or they were donated to us from other facilities, but none of them were gone out into the wild and collected these animals and taken them back.
Okay.
They're born in captivity.
Okay.
So the first one you're going to see is a small animal with a large name. It's named a red-eyed crocodile skink.
Oh.
A big name for how small he is.
A skink?
A skink, not a stink. He's not stinky, but a skink. So let's go over that name. So red-eyed, you see those beautiful eyes, those red orangey eyes.
So his actual eye is red. And
No, around the eye is red, but it makes them look even bigger than they already are, which helps him defend himself.
Okay.
But the second part of the name is crocodile. And he's not in the crocodile family, but why they call him that is because of what he looks like. He's got very similar features to a crocodile. So he has these down his back, these little spines.
See, are they sharp?
Yeah, I mean, they help protect him.
Right.
Some armor on there, but he's also got this triangular shaped head.
It looks like a bobblehead.
Yep, it looks like a bobblehead, but those crocodiles, they also have this head that's shaped. It comes to a point.
Okay.
Unlike an alligator, which I think you saw earlier, is more of a wider snout. So these crocodiles have a sharp snout that comes to a point, and that's why they call him crocodile, because he has similar features to a crocodile, but he's not in the crocodile or alligator family.
And how big will he get?
This is his adult size.
You're an adult?
He's an adult. And the last word of his name was skink.
Okay.
So a skink is a type of lizard who does something very special to defend themselves. A skink can let go of their tail if need be. If something grabs on, they can let go and run away and shut down blood flow to that area.
Wow.
So the tail will never grow back the same. It'll almost look dead when it grows back. But at least he's away with his life.
And where is he from?
He's native to New Guinea in the rainforest, so he's going to be up in the canopy.
All right.
And while he's there, he's going to be eating lots of bugs. These guys love to chow down on some bugs. They'll also eat a few greens. And do you notice how still he's being?
We saw his little tongue.
Oh, you saw his little tongue?
Yeah,
well,
there it is.
Just like most lizards with that tongue, he's smelling. So he's sticking his tongue out, grabbing scent particles from the air, putting it back into his mouth, and inside there's a thin piece of membrane that's connected to his brain, and that tells him what he's smelling. I know it looks a lot different than what we do, but it's actually fairly similar, because what we do is we vacuum in those scent particles with our nose. It goes to the back of our nose, thin piece of skin connected to our brain, and that tells us what we're smelling. So it's actually a very similar process. So this guy's up in the canopy. He's very agile. You see, he sticks to my hand almost.
He's patient. He's very patient.
He's very patient. They'll play dead too if they need to. He'll slow down his breather. No, he won't. But he won't move.
Okay. And close his eyes.
And he'll close his eyes, slow down his breathing. And an animal won't often go after one that's already dead, because they don't know what it died of. If it died of a disease, they don't want that disease. If it died of a bacterial infection, they don't want that bacteria. So most animals will leave him alone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how did you get this little guy?
He was donated to us. Somebody bought him as a pet. These guys don't make the best pets.
So where would they buy him as a pet? I mean, not a regular store, really?
A regular pet store.
Really?
Yet. These guys aren't well regulated in the state of New Hampshire. You can go to a pet store and buy one. But as most animals that end up at our zoo bought as pets,
Right.
they're not a dog, they're not a cat, they're not affectionate.
Right.
You know, they're not going to show even that they know you after you've had them for years. I mean, you have to know what you're getting into.
Do they share why? Like when they bring a pet in, I mean, are they saying I couldn't handle this because
Couldn't give it enough time. I didn't have enough money to feed it. Sometimes we get that. Not with this guy because they eat small.
Right, right.
But, climbing up the tree.
I guess that's nice because when something's that small, you know, I mean, some people might just say, get lazy with it and say, oh, well, we'll just leave it in a hamster cage and leave it alone. But at least they brought it into you.
At least they, you know, they knew that they weren't donating enough time to it, not giving it enough attention.
Sure. So will he stay with you or will you send him back? Like, is he here to stay?
He's here to stay. He's a wildlife ambassador.
Okay.
So all our animals who come to us, they're not rehomed.
They never are, none of them?
No. Even the alligators who are going to be 5-7 feet, they're just going to retire with us once we have our permanent facility.
Okay.
So these guys are permanent residents of the Granite State Zoo, and they help educate the public about their species.
Now, will you always bring in, like, will you ever turn anything away or you'll take in?
I mean, if we have way too many of one species and it's just, you know, there's not enough physical room in our facility, we'll try and find someone who can take care of them, a foster parent, someone, you know, who could give them the time that they need.
So the kids must love this little guy.
Oh, yes, especially the young ones because he barely moves, you know, when you touch him. The little kids love this animal.
I don't know if they can see, if you can see the head really looks like it's not part of the body. There's just such a defined distance. There's like a space. And it's almost like someone just put a little helmet on him.
He looks like a little bobblehead. But his vision is different than most reptiles. Most reptiles have vision on the side of their head. He's got binocular vision like we do. So he sees on the front, from the front of his face in front of him. He doesn't see very well on the sides like most reptiles.
And now this is a male?
This is a male.
What would a female look like?
They're a little bit smaller, but that's the only difference.
Okay, no different color eyes.
No.
Isn't that interesting? Because a lot of times there is something really physical that makes them differentiate.
But not this species. So
Well,
we're going to put him away and bring out our next
very
species.
Cute. That was very cute.
So our next species is native to Australia, and I'm going to bring him out in the tube. And I know that we have seen a red-eyed tree frog on this program.
Oh, that frog is gorgeous.
Absolutely gorgeous. They almost look like they're painted when they're awake, but when they're sleeping, they are camouflaged when they tuck their legs in, close their eyes, and you don't see the blue on their sides, you don't see the orange on their hands, and you don't see the red.
Right.
So they're all tucked in and they camouflage when they're sleeping. But this animal doesn't have that flash coloration, but he is a tree frog. And this is the White's tree frog, and they're native to the rainforests of Australia.
Is he sleeping?
He is sleeping, because frogs are
It's a
all
big TV
nocturnal.
moment, buddy. Wake up.
Wake up, Prince Charming.
Wow, it's like a satiny finish.
Yeah, so all frogs breathe through their skin, and that's why I put these gloves on, to protect him from anything I have on my hands, whether it's chemicals from soap, lotions, because these guys do have a natural barrier to viruses and bacteria. Stuff Mother Nature made, they have a shield to, keeping that out of their body, but what they don't have a shield to are all the chemicals that we're putting into their environment.
Right.
So I put these gloves on to protect him. I always have the kids guess why I'm putting these gloves on. It's usually, he's slimy, he's gonna go to the bathroom, he's dirty.
He's a decent size. Is he below, like, what are his defense mechanisms?
This is around his adult size. You see him moving around. He's a very fast mover when he needs to be, but he doesn't have that flash coloration. So he's just gonna try and get out of there as quick as possible. And he is a tree frog, so he's going to be found on a tree. The females lay their eggs up in the trees.
Okay.
So they're not laying them in a pond on the ground like frogs around here are native to New Hampshire. So they're going to try and find an air plant or an epiphyte. So those are plants that don't rely on the tree for nutrition. They're catching it in the rainforest. And while they're catching it, they're also catching rain. So it's kind of like a little pool up in the sky. And that's where these guys will make sure, because they always have to have moist skin to breathe through, but they'll also lay their eggs up in those epiphytes because they're safe for most animals. And mom has to go up and down the tree delivering food to those tadpoles once they hatch.
Oh, now do the males stick around, or is it?
The males are out of there.
Okay,
In some species of frogs, it is actually dad's job to take care of the tadpoles, but in this species, it is mom.
And so this guy doesn't blow up or anything?
No, this is it. This is him. This is around their adult size. They might get a little bit bigger, but that's it, the White's tree frog. And they are doing research on them to figure out how they have that natural barrier to bacteria and viruses, to see if we can maybe use that to help kill viruses like the HIV virus, how we might use their natural defense to fight viruses that we can't get rid of.
And we'd like the speed of a jaguar and the eyesight of a hawk and the skin of a frog.
So we're studying these guys to be able to figure out how they do all these things. So I'm going to put this animal away.
Okay, great. It's perfect timing because we are actually going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. Stay with us.
Miss Smarty here with recipe questions from viewers. Do you have a favorite apple recipe? Yes. Wash, eat. Miss Smarty, I love carrots. Do you have a favorite way to prepare them? Yes. Wash, peel, eat. This viewer asked about spinach. Wash, eat. How fast and easy is that? Join me next time when I show you how quick and easy it is to make a fruit salad.
Welcome back to Wildlife Encounters, and as you can see, we have something really cute. You look like a little gremlin mixed with a rabbit or something.
So this is a fennec fox. Ooh, there you go. We call him Stitch. They're native to the deserts of Africa.
Okay.
And so he's got a lot of features to help him survive. Since we are mammals, we don't survive very well. Humans would probably survive around 3 days tops in the desert. And that would be seeking shade when we need to, finding water from insects or different animals, and that would be it, 3 days. That's how long a human would survive in the conditions that this animal does. So he's fairly amazing because he is also a mammal, but this is his full size. So having a small size is one thing that helps him survive in those conditions. He's also a crepuscular animal, so he's going to be out or most active at dawn and dusk, and that's when he's going to be hunting. But if he does need to come out of his den, if he does need to come out of his den during the day, he's got something special to help protect his paws. You see it on his foot? What do you see there?
I see nails.
Nails?
On his foot.
Do you see a fleshy pad like your dog at home?
No.
No, that's because his is covered with fur. So he's got little shoes on, so when he runs across that sand that can be over 100 degrees, that he's comfortable, that he's not burning those fleshy little pads. Because even during the summer, you know, here in New Hampshire, we have to worry about our dog's feet, and the ground's not too hot. These guys don't have to worry about it. They've got a built-in protection.
So how did you get one of these?
He was donated to us from another zoo facility.
Okay.
Yep, he was born in captivity. So if you see the back of his ears, I'll turn him around.
Yeah,
so
why
you
are his
guys
ears
can
so
see
big?
him.
He wants to hear, I'm guessing.
Yep, so one reason his ears are so big is so he could hear his prey.
Okay.
And he's going to eat a lot of venomous insects.
Okay.
He's going to eat rodents if he can find them. But how he finds his food is he listens for it. And he can hear
appropriate.
them. Yeah, and with those big ears, well, I think of these as funnels. So they're funneling sound into your actual ear structure.
Right.
He's got some really big funnels. So he's catching all those sound waves, and he's catching them underground. So he can hear bugs moving underground. He's going to dig down and grab them.
So he's not going after snakes or anything, or he's the smaller still, right?
He's going to go after smaller things. And you know what? He gets all the water he needs from the bugs.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's fascinating.
He doesn't need to have an open water source. He gets it all from the insects.
Now, do they run? Are they solo animals, or do they like run in a pack? I mean,
these animals they'll go in a group and they'll share a den.
Okay.
So they'll live together in family groups. But let's talk about the back of his ears. So the front of it, you know, we talked about the shape of his ears and how big they are. But the back of his ears, you can see those little veins on the back, and those help cool him down. So the blood is exposed to the air, and that helps him cool down. Just like an elephant waves their ears back and forth to help cool them, he's got these big veins exposed to the air to help him cool down.
Isn't that fascinating?
Yeah, so not only does he have the feet, also his tail. You see that little little spot on the end of
Right.
his tail. That's to help confuse predators that might want to try and eat him. So birds of prey is really what he has to watch out for.
So what is that actually doing? So they see the black is
They
representing
see
an
the black,
eye?
and they think that that is his head. They see
Okay.
this portion, and they think, oh, yep, we're going for that. That's the target I'm trying to hit.
Okay.
And that gives him extra time to get out of there.
Now what is usually hunting him? I mean, what kind of
A
animals?
bird of prey, so an eagle,
Oh, really?
something that's
An
a bird that
eagle.
eats meat. So they are going to see this little guy and think, man, that's a yummy meal.
Okay.
'Cause-
That's actually a pretty big meal when you think about it, you know?
well, birds of
You're
prey
looking up
are
in the sky, like-
very, very
right.
large in general.
Right.
Yeah, so that's a good meal for them. So he's got to stay out of sight. So he's going to stay in the den most of the day and most of the night because it's pretty cool at night in the desert. So he's going to be he's a crepuscular animal, so he's going to be out the most during dawn and dusk.
So if you're housing him,
Mm-hmm.
is it, I mean, are you having to keep him in like a heated area during our winters, like an extreme heated area?
Well, he definitely can't be outside like the next animal I'm going to bring out. He can be outside all year round.
Okay.
But this animal, you know, is in conditions like you would live in. He's got AC during the summer,
Okay.
and he's got, you know, a nice warm facility during the winter.
Okay, see, I would have thought because he lives in the desert that his
He
system
needed
needs,
warm
right,
all
all
the
the
time.
time, right.
And
okay.
you know what he does in our facility? This guy drinks water,
Right.
which he wouldn't need to in the desert. But
Okay,
he
which is
will in the
making up
facility when
for-
it's provided for him. So.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, he's very cute.
He is the fennec fox.
I've never
and
seen
this
one.
is around his adult size.
Okay.
So he is not a puppy, and neither is the next one I am going to bring out. So you want to
What
sit there and
happened?
hand out the table?
Oh, you're,
Oh,
oh.
hi. What's that? She smells good, huh? So this is Coda. He is an Arctic fox.
Coda, what's wrong? What's wrong?
That's just a vocalization saying, hey, maybe step back a little. This is my area. You're
Okay.
in my space.
Okay.
I know, I hear you. So we had Coda in before. Yes.
Coda's lost some hair.
He has. And he started losing that hair all the way back in January. His body started to shed that hair off, and it switched. He started to lose hair as the days got longer.
Okay.
So once his body figured out that the days are getting longer rather than shorter,
Right.
he knew, oh, we're going towards summer. We're going to need to take that coat off.
Okay.
Because if he was in the summer in his large coat, not only would he be very warm, but he would be very easy to spot for predators.
Sure, sure.
Because he's going to stick out like a sore thumb if he is a big white spot on this brown and green horizon.
Now, is he afraid?
Nope, he's just telling you that this is his area.
Because he's gone to, you bring him to a lot of, with the children and stuff, so
Oh,
he's
yeah.
used to people, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I usually just back away once I put him on the table, and I'll just let him stay there in his
comfortable.
little area, and he'll usually go to sleep. He's very calm around people.
He's very cute. Yeah, because last time, yeah, he was a
Big,
solid
fluffy.
white puffball.
Yes,
and I forget what we were
absolutely.
feeding him, eggs or something.
Yep, he does eat eggs, and he'll eat them during the summer. So this time of year, he's going to dig up a lot of roots. He might eat some fruit.
And he's going to
And
get how
he's
much
gonna-
bigger?
This is his adult size.
Okay,
this is it.
so he too.
So he looks smaller right now because he's lost so much fur.
Right.
But he was this size when he came last time, even though it didn't look like it.
Is he going to lose more?
Yep, he's gonna keep
You're going
losing.
to be bald.
He's gonna keep this tail, this big tail down here.
Right.
So that's gonna stay, but the rest of it is just gonna be that dark undercoat.
Okay, so is he going to turn black?
Not
Because
completely.
the undercolor seems darker.
Yep, it's a lot darker,
Right.
but he'll be kind of a grayish color when the two mix together. So he won't lose it completely. He won't be all brown,
Okay.
but he's gonna look a lot darker than with that big white coat.
So at the facility, what happens? Like, are these guys running around in I mean, you
A fox
have
party?
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking you have so many animals to take care of, and they're all so different. And
Yeah.
all the atmospheres. I mean, the facility's got to be amazing when you just
Yeah.
think of the time and effort it would take to specialize in all these different creatures.
Absolutely. We are always changing our facility. We have a volunteer day once a year to make sure that all their enclosures change at least once a month. So they're not always looking at the same thing. So they have new enrichment. And then on a daily basis, we have in-house keepers who are going and cleaning, changing everything.
Okay.
So we are making sure they have at least one big change per month and making sure that things, are up to date
Sure,
and changing for them.
Do you ever breed any of the animals?
Not intentionally.
Okay.
I don't think that we've ever had a baby at our facility. That we've ever had a baby at our facility, but we do have male and female of some species, and they will be housed together. Okay. Usually, when we get animals, we're not sure exactly how old they are for rescue situations. Not like this guy; he was donated to us from another facility that breeds Arctic foxes. So we got him from a place that specializes in breeding these species.
Now, if somebody was coming after to attack him, he would just use his teeth and like a dog, he
would yell. That's his first line of defense.
Okay,
that big
that
yell.
was the pitching. Okay.
Yep, he's gonna start yelling and making a big fuss and trying to scare that animal off. But a fox, their biggest defense, they're gonna run. They're very fast animals.
Well, the high pitch scared me.
Yes. So in close quarters, they're gonna yell, make a big fuss, try and do anything they can. But otherwise, they're just gonna run. They're gonna get out of there. Okay. So a natural predator for them in the wild would be polar bears, would be wolves. Okay. When they're small, maybe birds of prey. Okay. But they prey on, they're going to try and follow a polar bear during the winter and maybe steal some of their food. So they might eat seal. Right. Lemmings are in the rodent family. Okay. I don't know if you know anything about lemmings, but they're kind of on a 3-year cycle. So 1 year there are a ton of them, next year there are less of them, then the third year none can be found. Okay. So for a while scientists thought there was like a mass suicide event and these things were killing off, but that doesn't explain why there are so many again that next year after there are none to be found. Oh, interesting. So they prey on them, but it's hard when they can't find them during that, that year of low population. Sure. So now what do you guys feed him? We feed him a lot of fruits and vegetables, and we also feed him eggs and rodents. Okay. All right. Well, you'll have to come in when it's, I have my boundary. I know, I'm paying attention. You have to turn around and look at the camera. Do you smell him too? Not particularly. Sometimes I bring him into schools, and people will say, man, you brought a skunk, didn't you? But it's him. And he has this musk that you smell. Give him a whiff. Oh, yeah, he does. And that's used to help mark his territory. So other foxes don't come into that area and say, oh, this is a good spot, I'm going to set up camp, because they already know it belongs to somebody else. Oh, interesting. So when we wash him, he smells even worse, because those scents are going to release even more. Oh, so when you wash them, it releases. Interesting. Yeah. Interesting. Well, thank you, Caroline, for joining us. Once again, a lot of really cool animals that most of us, at least I know myself, has not seen. So thank you very much for coming and taking the time. Thanks for having the Granite State Zoo. Sure. Thank you for watching Wildlife Encounters on WCTV Windham Community Television. If you'd like to get up close with these or other animals, please visit the Granite State website. Thanks for watching. Till next time.